Howdy y'all, Alexander here with Highwinds EDC. Sorry for the little pause in content making, it's just how it goes. But yeah, it's full review time. I got a full review for you. This gentleman's work, his name is Steve. You might know him as Steve, Paradrop Leather on Instagram. Really cool dude, really cool dude. This is some of his work that I purchased with my money, so really liked the aesthetics of it. I think I started following his work about 2.5 years ago, maybe even almost 3, before I had an EDC content page. Sorry, I'm drinking some good old-fashioned H2O, but no, I started following his content. I saw the Triarii, and I really love the idea of this kind of caddy, pocket caddy kind of thing, because that's what it is. It's a pocket caddy, first and foremost, little pocket organizer. But I liked it. I just love the aesthetics of it. You can tell it's built for being inside of a pocket. The aesthetics of it are great. The craftsmanship, the leather work is just really good. So yeah, I put myself on a waiting list for some of his work. He's doing pouches now. He's doing exclusives for Urban Supply EDC. He's doing giveaways. He's just such a good guy. And speaking with him, even though I get to speak with him briefly every now and then, he's just so polite, so kind. Just top lad for real. Like sorry, there's a fly on it. Just top lad, Steve is. And he's always responding back to comments. He's always responding back to feedback. A lot of my friends now a couple of my friends actually have some of his, I guess, secondary market Triaries and stuff like that. So they're getting around, and it's just, he's in such high demand right now that it's really hard to get a hold of anything by him secondary. So yeah, let's get into some of the review, okay? So we're gonna take a look. This is the Triarii here, and this is the Paratus. I believe I'm saying that correctly, or Paratus, but with my southern drawl and stuff, I tend to put the emphasis on the wrong syllable. So anyways, let's take a look at it. This one's gonna just be right here, but we're gonna take a look at the Triarii first, because this is probably his what would you call it, mainstay is the Triarii. So I was able to hop on a custom build of my own. I had to wait. I believe I had signed up in October of 2022. Oh no, it would be August of 2021 for the wait list, and then October 2021. Then the wait list, I was in Group C, and my wait was till April. My projected time was April, so October to April, and then it kept getting pushed back, and then it was about a month before he could finally just sit down and do this, and which is great, man, because like his work is in high demand. But I was patient. He was patient with me, emailing him or messaging him like every week, every other week. So just really cool. Really appreciate him for that. And so this is my build. This is my personal build, what I opted for. So I wanted a Triarii with a belt loop, and we'll get into that, and golden stitching with golden thread stitching. So you can kind of see, and it's going to be the same, I believe. No, this is green stitching on this one, on the Paratus. So yeah, and it's kind of like supposed to be that right light slice pry motif, and it's really nice because you do have everything that you need, everything short of a tourniquet, you know. But yeah, you take a look at this, you can see this is the flashlight component. We'll empty it out. So there's a pen, pry bar, glow rhino, and then this is the one knife that I used it for. So yeah, you can take a look inside there. That's kind of what the empty profile is supposed to look like. You have a main pocket for a pocket knife of some sort. which is where my pena slip joint comes in. Then you have this front pocket right here. It's made for a pry bar, which I use my Glow Rhino for. A lot of people use like a Lynch Northwest all access pass, stuff like that. Then you have a slot for your, we'll do this open loop for a flashlight. My Raylight Pineapple Mini fits perfectly, but it could fit up to like maybe an Okluma DC0, I believe is one of the specs that it can fit. And then this pen slot. He does say that the Triarii can fit a small CRK knife, so that's your small Nkosi, your small Sebenza. So do with that information what you will. And yeah, it's really beautiful. And we'll take a look at the Paratus. And you can tell, guys, I've been using these very, very rigorously to bring you guys like a legitimate review of what it's like to carry these things and if it's even worth it. Because personally, I was kind of like, EDC organizers, pocket organizers are kind of just like these flat rectangle things like this. This one I actually got a lot of use out of though, so I'm not knocking them entirely, but they're just like these flat things. Hitch and Timber does a lot of like the caddies and stuff like that. And it's like tool, flashlight, pen or something, or like tool, pen or flashlight pen, and then like some room for some cards, very similar to this Tale of Knives Bandit. But it's just kind of like, I don't know, it's good quality, I'm pretty sure, so it's not a knock on anything by Hitch and Timber because I've never had anything by Hitch and Timber, but it's supposed to be kind of a pocket organizer. So anyways, I just wanted to let you guys know that I am using these things pretty much day in, day out. I think there was like out of the last few months, there's only been like a few days where I haven't carried these because I wanted to try to apply it to every single carry thing that I could imagine. So let's get into some of that. That's where I'm gonna bring out oh, well, actually before I do that, oh, sorry y'all. We're gonna go ahead and see what fits into here. So with the pen, I put right here, and you can put a flashlight, which would be this Raylight Pineapple Mini, and then of course there's this second pocket. It's not big enough to really fit anything else other than a pry bar, so that way you have your light, right, pry in this one, the Paratus. You can switch out the flashlight for a smaller pocket knife, a slip joint, but I do not believe that this would fit a small CRK. I don't believe, just because like look at how much room is already not there. So yeah. And another thing that I will have to say is I had to put a small, you're not going to be able to see it, a small amount of leather at the bottom of both of these, a leather strip of both of these, so that way I could get better access to my pocket knife, because it actually goes lower than this, and the Pena Apache does not have a lanyard hole, so there's no room for a lanyard. If this had a lanyard, it would be perfect to just pull out and be finished with it, but I had to stick a piece of leather down here so I could raise the knife up a little bit, so that way it's perfect. And the same thing for this one as well. If I put the Pena slip joint in here by itself with no leather, the leather's occupying about this much space, I would never be able to get the Pena out. And in fact, I almost got it stuck. But anyways, there is that. So you may, if you ever get a custom build or something like that, you may like try to give him some dimensions and stuff. It's Steve, that is. And then I also noticed this about the Paratus, this front pocket right here. Whenever I go to attach it, it's very loose right here. So that's just because of the wear of trying to put this on. You can kind of see how it kind of lost some of its integrity right there. Kind of is just warping. So now whenever I put it in here, I just put it off to the side. I don't even bother putting the clip on it. With this one, I usually just pocket carry this one. I'll seldom carry this on the belt, because if I'm going to belt carry something, I'm going to carry the Triarii on the belt. So yeah, there we go. All right, now let's kind of get into some of this right here. This is typically how I wear my jeans. I'm wearing jeans right now, but in order to show you guys, I kind of wanted to do some of this. Wanted to do this real quick. Let's see. Sorry. So yeah, this is how I carry my jeans. This right here is my phone case. So usually my phone's right here, up against my left hip, the left side of my hip. And then I have this belt. This is my work belt. I got it from, what is it, Red Wing Company, Red Wing Shoe Company, because I really love the double, what do you call this? The double, whatever. Anyways. And so this is how I carry this for work. I'll put the belt loop here, slide it in, pull it here, and then it rides pretty comfortably right here. This is so you guys can see it. And then, you know, obviously you guys know how a belt works. So it comes here. I'm able to put my slip joint, oh sorry, that's the wrong way, but slip joint, pen, too deep, flashlight, and of course pry bar. Big shout out to Mr. Dan Fox over on Instagram. He's the one who taught me how to do this with my Glow Rhino, so I didn't have to purchase a completely new pry bar. So yeah, there it is. And then everything is right there, ready to go. Now I will say one thing, what this doesn't accomplish for me, especially being like a equipment operator at university here in Lubbock, it completely removes my option to hip carry a multi-tool, which is typically what I do. I usually have something like this. This is a push-up by Tail of Knives, or I'm carrying my Leatherman Free P2. Here we go. Sorry, I got it on me. And so this is my Leatherman of choice. It's my only Leatherman. The only other multi-tool I have is this cheapo thingy that now sits at my work desk. So if I ever need a backup one, this is there. But yeah, anyway, so we won't get into that. So yeah, it kind of does away with my hip carry for a multi-tool. So that means this usually goes in the front pocket, which I absolutely, it's not my favorite thing in the world to carry. Or, you know, that's why this is so versatile. That's why I got the option that I did, because you could very easily put this in the front pocket, tuck it all the way down, so it's right here, that's where it is, and then you can obviously get your caddy, your push-up or something here, and then you still have your multi-tool access. There are very few days where I go to work without a multi-tool, just because of the kind of stuff that pops up day to day, hour to hour. I kind of do need a multi-tool, so that's one thing. So if you do pocket carry this, remember mine is very special because it's not one of the only ones, but it is very few that are made with the actual belt loop, because that's how I wanted it. Otherwise, primarily this is going to be, for a lot of people, especially if you're buying it on the secondary, for a lot of people this is going to be a pocket carry thing. So remember that. If you opt for, sorry, I got a lot of flies here, guys. Please don't think I'm outside. I am outside, but I don't live in a barn. So yeah, pocket carry, and then let's try it out with the Paratus. Originally I thought this was like left-handed, because look at the orientation of like this this curvature. It does fit really good in the left pocket, this Paratus, and it's like right there. Sorry, raise these up a little bit. And here's the outline of the Paratus. We'll get it loaded out real quick with some of this kit. But it can belt carry on the right side of the hip very easily, very easily. So it can even carry comfortably in the right pocket. It's just kind of like the way this cant right here works. It kind of naturally makes it go, like if we're straight up and down right here, it kind of naturally makes it go. So, but yeah, so left hand pocket. Steve did mention to me, he said, hey, it's technically, you know, it's technically ambidextrous, the Paratus, because of its length, and the cant isn't as severe as this one. So he did let me know that, so that's why I was able to carry this a little bit more confidently. But I do love it. He did correct me on how I was carrying it, so huge shout out to Steve for being one of the boys. And then of course you can take this off now. and then I would carry this on the right side of the hip. So I would just have a pry, a pen, a light, and then I'd carry I'd carry this in the pocket, you know? And then that would be a day I would go without a multi-tool or something. So yeah, sorry, trying to get this in there. And I love the rigidity of the belt loop. It's really nice. So yeah, and that's how that looks as well. I'm trying to think of what else I can do with the jeans. So this isn't a pair of work jeans. These are just a regular pair of Wranglers with a slim taper. These are like my Friday jeans. So we'll take a look at another belt type. Y'all saw that was like a 1-inch, very thin belt that I just had. And this is a little bit more rigid belt. Like I use this one for going to church as my everyday belt for like outside of work. Sorry, kind of like, yeah, anyways. And it fits really comfortably in there as well. Maintains its rigidity, and like this one even has like a little bit of what would you call this, bedazzling and all the way, so it just fits very comfortably, and it doesn't lose its rigidity at all. As far as the belt loop, same thing here. This one's a little bit more worn in, but still lots of really good rigidity past those little belt loops. So, and I think you could even go up to like a 2-inch belt, but it wouldn't be super comfortable to put in. So yeah, there is that. I love it. Love this thing, guys. A really good piece of equipment. So now let's take a look at it in some dad shorts, right? So like if I'm going out and about with my wife and I'm wearing my dad shorts, these are just like chino material. This easily, we'll load it out again, slips into the pocket. And we're gonna get into one of my favorite features of this thing, especially the Triarii, pretty much. So like last night, it was a church night, and I was wearing like designer jeans. But anyways, so it comes in here and it just sits at the bottom of your pocket very comfortably. It doesn't feel like it's weighing you down at all, even though you're carrying a ton of equipment in there. Not my equipment, that is. And then you pull it out, and this is my favorite part. You can light it from here, you see, and then you can carry it like this, or carry it, this is how I had it last night walking home, just carrying it, so that way you can illuminate like your path, or you know, every now and then I usher at church, and that comes with like sometimes putting the offering buckets and stuff, and every now and then you need a light, or you need to usher something, and you need to see what aisle you're on or something like that. So this helps out. If you carry this in your pocket, great. And then of course it's easy to just come out if you're carrying it on the belt. So sorry, I got the hiccups. Really, really good. Let's check out, these are my athletic shorts, kind of. They're like board shorts I got. So it's kind of like what do you call them, swim trunk kind of dad shorts as well, but they're athletic for the most part. It fits comfortably in there as well. So yeah, and then you're about, let's see, about like right here, and it fits perfectly fine. It's really comfortable to carry, and I don't really have any issues with it. It doesn't feel bulky at all. I mean, look at the profile of it. It's very thin compared to the thickness of like an Umnumzon. It's slightly thicker. Let's see, the thickness, I believe. Ooh, crud, where is my Leatherman? Sorry guys, looking for the Leatherman. There it is. So if you had the Leatherman canvas little case and you look at the thickness of each of these, the Leatherman case still comes out thicker. So that's really cool. I like it. Not a lot of, you know, you're gonna, let's see, what was the next point that I was gonna make? Very few of my knives in my collection actually will accept being inside of here. Like this is the Peñamula. It accepts being in there very comfortably, and it's got a little bit sticking out, so that's good. And this is a Spyderco Delica. This one kind of barely does it, and the only reason why is if you get that clip inside, so I'd have to remove the clip in order to put it in there. So it's not my favorite thing to carry, but in there, so I just stick with the slip joint. I've been rocking a slip joint for the last 2 months now, so it's really good. Here's another thing that I wanted to show you guys. Let's see, where are we with all of my stuff? Here's a pair of Knipex pliers. They sit right up top. Look at that. You can just grab them and you can have a pair of pliers on you. And I did use this for a week. It's not my favorite thing to carry again, but still really good and useful for whenever I needed it. And here is the 5-inch Knipex. The first ones that I showed you were the 4-inch Cobras. And I feel like this is my favorite this is my favorite set to carry. And then of course I'll have a pocket knife in the jeans or whatever. So yeah, really fun, really good to carry. Let's see, what else do we have? Here's as far as pen specs, this tactile turn short in bronze. It's not the slim one that recently dropped, but this is about the same size as your Pilot pen. A lot of my friends gave me a ton of crap about carrying this pen, but it was all I had at the time. So same thing here. You can fit it right there as well. So he did mention I was gonna try something live. He said my edges are a little, I don't know, weathered. So he said get some water and a rag, which is what I have here, and brandish it on the edges to bring it back to life. So that's what we're gonna do here live. This is a comment he left on one of my, I believe I'm doing this right, Steve. Hopefully you can see this, but yeah, kind of bring it back to life a little bit. He said brandish those edges a little bit with some water. So I believe I'm doing it right. So if you have some Paradrop leather, or any leather, in fact, I guess this is one way to help take care of the edges so that way they don't look so ashy. Goodness gracious. Sometimes I do hate recording in the garage because I am exposed to whatever elements or critters there are, like flies and mosquitoes and stuff. So please bear with me, guys. This is a very, oh yeah, that's really nice. Sorry, this is a really local channel. Get a little bit of water on it. And kind of do that to the belt loop as well. Right here, just the edges. Move back to the Paratus. Like I said, I believe I'm doing this right. Oh goodness, I'm getting tore up. Video may be coming to a close soon. We'll do some size comparisons next to some other leather you guys may or may not be familiar with. So we're gonna just kind of throw everything at you. So here's the Triarii compared to a Tale of Knives push-up. As you can see, the carry profile is very similar. Okay, and then to the Paratus. Paratus is very thin and it's slimmer. If you look, the Paratus is slimmer by this much, which counts. It counts. And then let's see, this is a Tale of Knives standard clip sheath. So there's that. Whereas you can only carry either a pair of pliers, Knipex, or a pen. This one gives you like 5 things, and it's only like, shoot, an inch longer. So yeah, here's the overall length. Same thing with the Paratus. So yeah, put the Knipex out, put it back in here. Here it is next to a let me see, hold on. Okay, this is a Wilhelm Leatherworks Bounty Hunter wallet. This is it's a thicker type of wallet. Bless me, sorry. And here it is compared to that. They share very similar thicknesses. The leather on this one is beautiful. It's starting to patina very nicely as well. Really nice. Let's see, here it is next to my personal carry right now. This is a Valley Leatherworks kind of bifold. It's like a minimalist wallet. So here it is compared to that. There's a little bit of cash in there. So yeah. Here it is next to a South of Civil wallet. There's nothing in this one right now, but as far as profile. So yeah, I really love leather. It's my favorite. Especially being from Texas, you get appreciation for like saddle leather or horse leather and stuff like that. Even though I know nothing about leather, I am not a leather expert. I'm just a connoisseur of leather products. Let's see if it'll fit a traditional knife like the Buck 110. This is actually a K-bar, so Let's get it in there, and yes, it will. Very uncomfortably, but it will. So yeah, this is a K-bar buck 110. K-bar 110. It will not fit a 0640. I mean, it will, but it'll stretch it out to unimaginable dimensions. And here's a Hinderer Eclipse JK 0393, and it will not fit in there. So yeah, will not fit larger knives. Definitely doesn't fit my Zahn or my Demco 8020.5. As you can see, it's just too big, especially the Demco, because it's like technically this wide. So very wide blade shape. But yeah, guys, let me know what you think. Please enjoy this upload. I really love carrying this. Go follow Steve on Instagram. I will link his account below. I will link his leather account, and then I'll also link his EDC account. He's got another EDC account. Yeah, it's been a great little experience to review and carry these. These are life pieces of leather caddies and stuff like that. I don't see the point in reselling them because I've used them so dang much. But anyways, you guys let me know what you think. If you have any questions, please comment below. I try to cover everything that I can imagine that would come up or anything like that. And no, every now and then, if I'm like wearing tight jeans, it can be a little hard to pull out of the pocket, and that's if I'm sweating. Like if it's a hot day, sometimes it's hard to pull out, but that's just because of the moisture and humidity in my pockets and that my junk gives off. So yeah, anyways, guys, thank you for sticking around for this long in the review. I know it's a long one, but I had a lot to cover because I'm trying to like encompass everything. I'm trying to get everything encompassed as far as concepts and stuff that you guys may or may not have. So anyways, guys, Paradrop Leather, check them out. Please like, please subscribe, and y'all be blessed.